Jesus in all his glory, not just a Savior, but the reigning King, coming soon. The whole world will be with it. Blessings, my powerful MVP family. Blessings. This is a girl, Miss Bev, with yet another evening news reflections. And tonight, I want to share something with you guys. There's so much going on in the news today, but we had a mother in St. Catherine who was beating her 4-year-old son with a broomstick, 4 years old, and the child fell over. She was cooking or something, and the pot with the fire in it, the child fell in the fire, burnt himself. They had to rush him to the hospital. They made charges, so she's locked up. A broomstick on a 4-year-old child? Guys, listen. Look out for your neighbors, because mental health is real. Stress can create a lot of things that it can change people. You might see some people, you know them forever. Oh my God, I can't believe this or believe that, because we have never seen them go through situations that were so tough. When people are single and they're going about their business, 9 out of 10 times, you just see a person going about their business. Once children get involved and responsibilities come, you can't just walk away from a child, By yourself, you're in an apartment, you're in a place and it's not working, you get up, you pack a bag, you go. But when you have children, it's different. So my people, please, look out for the neighbors. Help them with the young children if you can. Don't let them abuse the children, because when times become tough, when things get tough, the kids are the one who feel the brunt of it. Let's look out for them. But the thing that I want to talk to us about, there are other situations where police are shooting on people, people are shooting on other people, and the saga continues in Little Jamaica. So much beauty to appreciate, but people ignore those beautiful things that God has blessed us with in order to be angry, in order to kill, in order to maim, in order to break laws, in order to get themselves killed or get themselves mowed down on the street corners or mow down somebody else, or end up killing themselves because they have nice vehicles and they know the road well, and they get out there and then things happen. 5 of them in a nice Benz. 5 beautiful young boys. Just recently in St. Mary. Gone. Gone. Just like Sammy's mouth. But tonight I want to share something with us, because when I read this, it just brought me right back to my childhood days. And as it brought me back there, I started to think about how much we didn't have, but we survived. I didn't know what a hospital door looked like in my young days growing up. And so I look back at, we didn't have refrigerators, we didn't have lights, we didn't have anything. But yet we ate meat. Our parents killed pigs and cows and goats, and the excess we had it served us for weeks or however long, and we had nothing. We didn't have anything to keep them on. But this situation here, it took me back there, because I see how today people are so, are so Americanized and so, I don't know, that they come and they start using the jargons of education has evolved and have put people in some good places, but a lot of people whose parents went through surviving, who themselves went through surviving, all of a sudden you hear them throwing out these names, and giving out these warnings. And I'm not saying they shouldn't, but sometimes I say, I don't know. But tonight I'm here and I'm going to reflect on this one story, and then I'm going to talk to you about each one helping one, the new channel, and why you should go there, over there, right over there, to support, to do your subscription, watch the videos over there, like them, share them, guys, just like you shared out Miss Bev's Productions. I want you to watch the short videos. These are not going to be long videos of me running my mouth. It's a new era, new times we're living in. Innovations are aplenty. The skies are the limit, and limitless opportunities to do, to improve, to change some things, not forgetting our past, but to evolve into new things. So as I said before, once I'm finished with this, then I will talk to you a little bit. But if you got this far in the video, you could pause this video, run over there, and do your subscription, guys. Subscribe, and the videos are quick and fast. They're upliftment videos. Again, I have to go back to my past, because I hear you. Ernestine, I hear you loudly and clearly. Miss Marva, I hear you. Trending, I hear you. Lady G, I hear you. I hear all of you who have been consistently been here with me. You didn't come today because I'm talking about returning to Jamaica and then you disappear. You didn't come to my channel just because I was, talking about immigration and then now you disappear. Some of you have been with me, Ernestine, from the time I started my channel until this very day. You have been here with me. And this morning you wrote that beautiful message, long message, and you remind me of why I should still be Miss Bev's Productions. And I realize so much, for those of you who have stuck with me, I might not be seeing some of you but I know you're there, because when I call out for support, you show up and you show out. So you're not just, but you have been rooted and grounded with Miss Bev. And so yes, I had concerns. And yes, I wanted to start focusing on just do my book and leave YouTube alone. But then you spoke, and all of you who value what I bring to the table, whether we're getting the views or we're not getting the views, whether we subscribers are climbing the mountain tops. But you say, no, what you have to offer, we appreciate it. And so I must say, I appreciate you guys. I truly do. You're family to me. When I said God, He is something else, because He knows my heart. He knows what I stand for. He knows what my wants are. And He knows that if He starts giving me more views and people are leaving comments, I probably stop responding to comments because they might become overwhelming. So He's given me as much as He knows I can handle. So tonight, as I said, I am going to reflect on one thing. And then, I'm not going to talk too long. The new videos, guys, are not talking 6 minutes, 4 minutes. but you'll get the message. And there'll be no confusion because each one helps one. We'll be focusing on one theme, one thing. It's not going to be a one-stop shop for all things. It's going to be just dealing with one thing, and that will uplift you, and you will share it to uplift others. So I want to share with you this here. All right, so let me go back to the main board. Wait a minute. And let me get into the real stories here. And so I can share with you this story. It's an interesting story of a ship that where's my story? All right, guys, be patient with me. I have the story. It's a story that I have to. These are athletes. Wow. You see how the devil can just jump in your thing and just make things hard? I had the story ready. Had it all ready. Alright, so let's do this again. Yeah, there's a little kid that died at school. And I haven't been able to find the reason why he died at school. Wow. This makes it seem like I'm such an unprepared person. And I'm not, because I got the story ready. Jamaica Gleaner. Jamaica Gleaner today, right? And oh my God, let me see. This is the weirdest thing, guys. And what it actually is that a container carrying chicken fell off in the sea, washed up in Hillshire, St. Catherine, and people went out there and was using the meat. The drug pulling the container. Container was heading somewhere with chicken in it. The Cayman Islands. But the chicken was not meant for Jamaica at all. So it fell off out there, and people went and they pulled it in and found out there were chicken parts in it, and they made do with it. They you know, swooped down on it, and they helped themselves well. Some of the meat, they said, was 2 days old. It was on the thing, and they were talking about refrigeration and how long it was out there with the heat and the cold and the different temperatures and all of that. So then the officials were talking about salmonella and stuff like that, and And so I smiled when I was reading the article. That's why I wanted to read it with you guys, because I was smiling and I said, when we were growing up, you never hear these names, right? We didn't have anything to keep anything frozen or cooled or anything like that. Our meats were over the fire. The smoke from the fire was what was curing the meats we ate. That flies would pitch in and lay eggs, and still had to clean it up and cook it up, and we were enjoying it. You bring a side of pig to Mass Earth shop, because when they kill the pig, once they kill the pig, we can't eat all of it. So the two sides would go to the shop to be sold, and we would get what's left: the head, the feet, the tail. You know, we would get certain parts: the feet, the belly, and all of that was cleaned up and put over the fire in the kitchen, over the smoke to be cured. And that was our dinner, sitting right there. And the meat that goes to the man in the shop, he didn't have a freezer to put the meat in. He had nothing. It was just hanging right there by the shank, by they cut the feet off, and the two little thing in the back of the hamstring. I think that's the hamstring. That they would push the hook in, and it's up there, and they cut the pieces off and sell it. And we're here today, right? Strong as ox. But today everything becomes, it is so, like, just quite interesting. So that's what I wanted to reflect on. How is it that, our children today are so sickly? And years ago, when kids didn't even have, bush tea was what they were getting. And when the belly was old enough to manage a cornmeal porridge, that's what was pumped into those bellies. Today, children have so much. There's just so much on the shelves. Yet they're so sick. They're so sick. So I tell me in the comments, guys, what you think. How is it? Is it because of monetary gains that people don't bother to boil? The other day I wasn't well, and when I reached out, and the hairdresser, the first thing she did was to bring me a bag with fever grass and Jack in the Bush. I don't know how many of you remember what Jack in the Bush is. But she came. Kayla, look on the shelf in there, so the brown bag with the bush and brown. She came with the fever grass. Look on the shelf, Kayla, where the air fryer is. She came with my bushes. And I boiled the one thing. Like, now I'm older, because I become, more out there and conscious of things. Then I'm afraid now to boil a lot of leaves. But I remember that they tell you, right? 5 leaves is enough. But I don't know how many remember this bush. This is what we used to boil for tea. Tastes so good. This is a cold bush, a Jack in the Bush. And right away, that's what she grabbed and brought me. Jack in the Bush. And I remembered it well, so I know it wasn't a bad thing. And she also went and she brought me my fever grass. Oh my God, smells so good. And Mr. Elvis stopped by yesterday on Monday, and there is a rose, it's a mint that smells so good. It's like a soft leaf mint. It's not the black mint or the peppermint. It's another one. When you pass by it, it gives off this nice aroma. So that's what we had. We beat prep leaf or leaf of life. We beat the leaf, we juice it, and we drink it. And it tastes so funny in your mouth because it has a thing in that that would be left that taste in your mouth. But those are the things that we use to build up our immune systems. But they were being warned about salmonella and all these good big words I was reading in the story and I said, let me share this with my people and ask them, how many of them grew up in the days when there was no refrigerator for anything? For anything. But we ate meat. And we carried over meat. And we ate and left food, and in the morning we enjoyed it. And we didn't have any of refrigerator to put it on. But let me hope this evening, guys, that all is well with you. I am feeling much better. My face might be a little, I don't know, a little bit swollen, but I feel a lot better. I've been chewing the garlic, and then just once I swallow it, I drink water, because boy, you know that thing burns. But it is one of the things my daughter kept saying, Mommy, chew up your garlic and swallow it. Chew up your garlic. It has a lot of healthy, benefits, which I know. And I've been doing that. Kayla is here. She didn't have school today. She had school, but there were 5 teachers out. And I know that she needs more than one teacher to handle her. And with 5 teachers out, I decided to keep her home. And she has been doing work, and we're the ones I checked already. She has been doing work, and so she didn't just stay home for nothing. She's done a lot of work. I've been working with her with even her fractions. She did some work already. For the first time, she got an excellent. I asked her, what is the word? She was doing a multiplication. She did some more groupings, pictures, connections, multiplication, facts, and then she did a 3-digit additions and did very, very well. Only got 3 wrong out of 20. So she has been working her little fingers to the bones. She just finished some more that I will check for her. She did some subtraction, some, they call this skip counting. So she has to know the numbers in order to fill in the missing ones. We also did some more 2-digit additions. So she has done 2 digits and 3-digit additions. And fractions, which I just explained to her, that to find the denominator, which is the bottom number, you count up all the pieces that it's cut into, and that's the bottom number, and then the one that's shaded in is the top number. So I have to bring up my teaching skills, because they're taking exams, but with so many teachers out, hold on to it, so many teachers out, there was no exams today. So I decided that let me be her teacher for today, so she didn't give them a lot of trouble up there, because she loves to play a little too much, and so she's very disruptive. So that's that for today. I'm in red today because I feel good. I feel good, very good from the inside out. I feel good. I feel like Miss Bev again. There are days when, I guess because, you're here and there's so much going on, and as I said, I picked up my book and I started my first chapter, going back to when I was just 2 years old, and what I remembered of them bringing my father and going there with my mom through the place. I envisioned it. I remembered clearly how that part took place. And so I'll talk about my new home then. And then I'll continue onward into different aspects. I won't remember everything, but all the things that I can remember, good or bad. I want my book to be uplifting. I want it to do well. So I want to put, because regardless of how much I went through, the pieces that are going to be more powerful is the parts when I have evolved into this person who was able to just forgive the people that did bad things to me, was able to do so much good for them without malice, without anything attached. I want those things for people, because many people are still hurting about how they were treated, and they never let it go. I let it go long time ago. and because of that, I was able to have a good relationship with my family. My children had good relationships with them. They were able to know them, be in their space, enjoy being around them, and we continue onward. And so I want my book to be something that can affect lives. I don't want it just to be a book. I want it to be a book that has power in it, that will somebody will pick it up and say, "Dag, if she went through this and she's able to, then I can do it too." That's what I want. I don't want my book just to be bitter and, I want a powerful book that people want to read it and to use it to better themselves. So I am putting some effort into that because I have the time. And I also started the other channel which will focus on just positives, just positives, shorter videos, and just about the Bible. So those my goal is, and the reason for this new channel is the fact that so many people, you look in churches and people go to church or they're doing this and that, and they are only going there to, they can't read for themselves. They only go when they go is just what the pastor decide to talk about and tailor it to suit themselves. Sabbath, I was listening to somebody preaching at the church I worship at, and I was just not impressed. I was just not even happy because I didn't even understand where that came from. You go to church to feel uplifted. When you leave church, you should feel different. You should feel like a new person. You should have a renewing in your spirit. You shouldn't leave church and feel down or feel like you're going like dumpling and leave like Johnny Cakes. You should go in and leave, feeling enriched and empowered to go on to the next day. So the next channel is really to make the Bible simple. So we'll be doing different parts of the Bible, different things from the Bible, and making it into, make it animated as it tells the story, so that it will hold attention, and everybody will have access to it. Kids can listen to it, listen to the story and understand it and make the connections. People who cannot read well and want that support can get that support from that channel. So go over there, guys, and support. Each one helps one. I'll be dropping the link in this video so that each of you can just click on it and just go over and subscribe. Again, the videos are not going to be long videos like me with my long-winded self. They're going to be short videos, and you can connect to it and feel blessed by them, and you can share them out and to help others who need it. So many people wants to hear the word of God, and it comes in different shapes and forms, and so we have just done the crucifixion, and we did the resurrection, and a couple of short videos are there, and just go over and enjoy it. Just go over and enjoy it. All right, so make it a great evening by choice. Much love to everyone. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they crucified my Lord? You there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they nailed him to the tree? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when they laid him in the tomb? Were you there when he rose up from the grave? Were you there when he rose up from the grave? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble, tremble, tremble. Were you there when he rose up from the grave?